Well, hello everyone and welcome. This is the Goal Getting Leaders Workshop. This is for all leaders, managers through ambassadors. We are just so excited to have Jackie G and Jackie P here in our second of two leader workshops each and every month as we take us through this goal setting that we will carry through first quarter. You never know what second quarter has to hold. So we are elated to have you. Thank you for joining us. We wanted to just kick off our first segment with some recognition as well as some celebration. And celebration first was to be had by all at our national, regional, quarterly events that we just hosted. And neither Jackie nor I were there. So we wanted to have a little open mic share time for anyone that attended the Norwalk or the Anaheim area event. Tell us what that experience was, what you're excited about. So we're just going to go random open mic and let any of our beauties who went to California share with us. Anybody want to share? Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you. Go for it first.
Hi, good morning. And gosh, it was great. I was able to go with, I brought another leader, Dinah Daly-Olds, and my newest consultant, indirect consultant, joined the day before and went with us. And so she really, it was very sweet because we met Carolee and she is lovely and genuine and she really wants to hear from us. And the interesting thing is that she was sharing how she was reviewing interviews from before with Jan and Frank and how she really admired them. And she thought one of the things that spoke to me was that she said, you know, during one of their interviews, Jan said that she never liked the phrase, do unto others as you would have done unto you. Instead, she felt that it should say, do unto others as if you were walking in their shoes. And forget, I might have a few words off, but it was something like this. And so, and she said, you know, the truth is that change is hard. And I know that Jaffer hasn't, communication has fallen a little bit. But we're doing the best we can, and we do want to do better. And we want to hear from you guys in the field because we realize that without you, we would be nowhere, and we want to support you. On that same token, though, we need kindness, and she said, we know that passion it shows up in two ways. Passion shows up in anger, or passion shows up in love and excitement, and it's hard to discern the two of them. So it's really important for us to work together in kindness with that passion so that we can make awesome changes for Jafra. And the other thing is that she really, I introduced her to my new girl, Marisol, and Marisol was sharing that she couldn't sleep the night before because she was so excited about coming to a Jafra event. She'd never been to one. And so she woke up at like 1 a.m. and all she could do was stare at the ceiling and the walls and anticipating. And she said, you know, that was so interesting, Carolee said. That was interesting to me because you know, we have some of you have been here 50 years and some of us have been here just now, brand new. And this new person's they only know today's Jafra, you know, and the excitement and anticipation. And of course, we've been through a lot. Many of us have been through 50 years of changes, ups and downs, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we all have the opportunity to choose excitement, right? And anyway, so it was a good time. We had great time seeing other consultants and leaders. That, of course, it's always a family reunion for me and Jafra, and looking forward to things to come, even though there were some tight-lipped things. But I love the bundles. I'm excited about that. And Andre was there, Jackie, who came down, and it was neat to see him as soon as I was checking in, which is one of our new, what is he called? Trainers. Developers.
Coaches, yep.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not sure of his title. He came to San Diego back in November with Jack Medicine, and he saw me. I'm like, oh, you're here, and he came over and said hello. So he was excited, and that was his first one. So anyways, it was great.
Excellent. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Michelle. Let's go to Janet.
I was so excited. I mean, for everything that Michelle mentioned, but it was the first meeting I've gone to in years where there was bilingual, but I was not exhausted. And the key was that all of the staff was on stage doing the introduction, and then it was the field people who were doing the message. And even though a couple of them spoke Spanish, they had such a strong message. You could see their passion. And then the translation was, enough so that we could follow it, but it wasn't tedious. It was so well done. It was so exciting. And I have such hope for the future.
Aw, great story. Love that. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Michelle. Anyone else who was in LA event, we'll call it, that would like to share what they loved, what they're excited about, how their team felt, how they felt? Vicki, I'm going to unmute you. Sorry, I muted you because every time you moved, it was shuffling. We could hear it. Sorry. Go ahead and unmute yourself, sweetheart.
I usually am muted. Sorry, Jackie, I'm not used to being quiet. All right, I just want to pass on that we did our first Monday night training call, and we had Evelyn and Bronwyn, and I don't think they're on this call, so I'm just going to put in a plug. If you haven't listened to that recording, oh, it is so motivating. Evelyn's vision, and she gave that talk in Norwalk, and her vision of what it's all about, change. We're going to have her do the cheese book too, Jackie, coming up soon.
Oh, good.
But anyways, I just have to say, Bronwyn absolutely made the deals that we still could call them, the offers, the bundles come alive. Oh my gosh. She left us all there with our mouths open, because as I had told Jackie P., Jackie, there's not any offers. That was my call with her a week ago. So I want to apologize, Jackie P. I was wrong, because when we got our Bronwyn there, she knew how to make it come alive. And oh my gosh. So I just want to pass that on. The recording is on the Leaders. I posted it there yesterday, I think, and also on my WhatsApp team. But we had a great, and Jackie, we had almost 60 people on the call. So
that's fabulous. That's fabulous.
So you know what? I think it was a good move.
Excellent. Well, and I heard rave reviews. I know Evelyn's not here right now, but let me tell you, I spoke to Rosario this morning and she said Evelyn was just incredible at sharing how do we move this business, working with the full catalog as our lead in. And then, our Monday and Friday offers or whatever our featured themes are for the month, doing her analysis of the Nordstrom store. I know Cheryl will be sharing hers in Charlotte this weekend. And so we will repost Leaders. We'll send it by email as well. We'll put it in WhatsApp again. I do want to share Vicki's Monday night. As you know, she moved everything to Mondays at 4 Pacific, right, Vicki? 4 Pacific, right? So she has moved all of that so we can have more people engaging versus on a weekend. So happy to hear the high attendance. Bravo to that. But it is definitely something to take a look and listen to, but share it. We know the hardest challenge as leaders is being able to get that message conveyed to all of our consultants and then turning that dial to what do we do with it, right? Like, okay, if this is what it is, okay, now I'm half convinced, but now what do I do? So being able to have that all recorded and share it forward, posting it on your Facebook, putting it in your emails, your texts, all of your platforms of messaging. So we have Vicki's, we'll resend that so that we have everything kind of in a grouping, like a toolkit of recordings. I want to give kudos as well to Janet Flores. I don't know if we'll get to it today. We want to make sure Jackie has the platform, but we're going to upload a video as well to some of the notes that Michelle Hall talked about in case you don't go to any of the events that are happening this month. Janet did a fabulous follow-up. Janet, you just want to share what you did that's going to be in this video that will add to Vicki's so everybody has the toolkit.
Oh yeah, at the Norwalk meeting, she offered if we had meetings that she would come as a guest. Well, I had a district meeting, the first one of the year, scheduled for the next day. So I wrote her a note and she got on, and she she did, I said, I just want you to share what you shared, you know, as you opened it, Michelle, with many of the things that you said. And she did. And then there were questions. And it was such short notice. I texted a few, I see Jackie's on, she was there, had a question, but I wanted, because I wanted attendance, because you know, you never know with your first district meeting of the month if it's going to come. So anyway, she answered the questions, and my only regret is that the second part, I was going to do the double recording like Jackie does, but I forgot to record the second part.
It's okay. It's all good. It actually
it was really
beautifully.
excellent. You just see her heart, and you see, and there are things. One of the things I will share is she talked about. Someone asked her, well, the January with all these changes. I mean, my sales, you know, 4-letter word, and she said, well, so the girl, or maybe it was Helen, I don't know, said, are we going to have strikes? And she said, what's a strike? So then we told her, you know, 3 strikes, you're out. And we do call it grace period, but everyone else calls it strike, right?
Right.
So she said, well, I don't like that. She said, I think you should, you know, be paid for what you contribute. Everyone has a bad month. Well, she said, I can tell you this, for January, we will have no strikes. So she said, I have to go back and look at what the whole picture is. But, you know.
Yeah, they're evaluating. We'll know it's not black and white, just an FYI. It's not quite black and white if there will or won't be. We did have this message yesterday. They are evaluating, and they will announce it all at one time when we evaluate everything February 1st. So stay tuned what they are going to do with January. But at the same time, even that whole program, what she doesn't like, and I love that you said it, Janet, and we'll send you all the video so you can hear it from her. But it was really truly that she said, but why don't you get paid no matter what happens, right? To what you just said. So please note, she's looking at, there's so many good points to the comp plan, but there's so many other pieces that have room for improvement. And I just want to give kudos to Janet. I know we heard BB in the recording. We had Jackie Elves, we had Janet Iverson, trying to think who else was there, Susan Anderson.
And she's here and would like to make a comment.
I would love you to. So let me finish my sentence, and then I'm turning it to you, Sweet Pea. So the recording we will send to you, by the way. Janet just had this lovely live interview with her that, from, again, the leader's perspective, it's fantastic. Like I said, I don't know if I'll share it today, but we're going to give you the whole video, because it's about 50 minutes or so, but it was fabulous. So I want to give kudos to Janet for acting so quickly and saying, yes, come now. And to all the leaders that were there, you helped immensely with great topics, great shares. Really, all of you were fabulous, and we're going to share it with you all. So Susan, take it away, Miss Susan. Thank you, Janet.
Well, I want to thank Janet for being so hot on it and inviting Carol Lee. And I was at Jan Iverson's house when the call came from Janet. I learned about the meeting, so I was on Janet's meeting. And I've been paying very close attention, as you would guess, to the change so that I can be well informed. And her heart shone through. I mean, I'm more relaxed than I have been to date once I heard her. I'm watching everything closely and listening, but hearing her heart, and of course, seeing her face. I don't have my face out there because it isn't on yet. But anyway, she's lovely, lovely, lovely. So, you know, we're in for the big ride, but as long as we believe and pull together, and that was Vicky's word on her meeting, which I attend all the time, we have to believe. And yeah, the information's out there, search it out. And I just sponsored somebody in Puerto Rico, and she's so excited. It's very fun. So anyway, that's me, Susan Anderson, aka Sweet Pea, signing off.
Thank you so much, Susan. Appreciate it. All right, Jackie Elves, anything else you want to add to that note? It was great to see you there. Anything else you want to add, Jackie?
It was such a great meeting, Janet. You're the bomb. Thank you so much for doing that. I just love you. And Lauren was like, what's going on? Because I was at home on the meeting. My husband walks in and I said, Janet, she like kicks butt and put this meeting together. And Lauren was like, we love Janet Flores. Janet Flores for president. He's being silly because he loves Janet. But it was a great opportunity to actually say what was on my heart to Carolee and not be like, oh, don't be negative. We only want a positive environment. Because it's like, it's not always positive. Can I just tell you the thing? And it was great to be able to say that. And then I had great encouragement from Sally Elliott, popped into the beauty bar yesterday. She's in Yuma, and she came in and saw me, and she watched the recording and she was like, Jackie, what you said, yes, please send an email to Carolee, because, you know, the education, you guys know, I'm just a nut for education. And I really, really like, I'm so passionate about that. So Sally edified all of that and encouraged me. So I'm excited, and that I really believe that we have somebody that will listen. And I have felt like in the past, they always listen in the beginning and then they drink some Kool-Aid and we don't see them ever again.
No,
They take the blue pill in the matrix and they're gone. So
no. Let me tell you something. This is from all my experience in Jafra. They don't understand. We have someone who wants to hear and understands, because she comes from a background of being in the field. I mean, of understanding the field. So that's huge. I mean, Jan and Frank did parties, right? They got it when someone didn't buy something and how it felt. So she's, excuse me for interrupting, but I just want everyone to know that even our other leaders wanted to understand, but they couldn't understand. And I never understood Gillette. I worked for Gillette, but I couldn't understand why they weren't getting, it was, having been from the field, it was like this wall. So I do understand that why they didn't understand. Not that that's an excuse, but.
yeah. And you know, that's another thing. I know that a lot of you have great memories of great leaders. I've been in Jaffa for 6 years. So my memories are of the last 6 years going, what is going on? So, you know, to see something and feel like maybe we are being understood and heard, it's very exciting. And to see a comeback like, where's all of our sales? And then all of a sudden these bundles come and I was like, oh, yes. But I do want to say one encouraging thing to all of you. You know that we're here at the beauty bar. I have my team here all the time and we have clients coming in and out. And I have been charging full price because that's what it is now. When they come in and buy a longevity cream, it's what, $76 or $78 now? It is what it is. And sometimes if they're a VIP client, I'll give them 20% off of that one item just because it's our most expensive item, whatever. But for brow powder and lipstick and whatever, I'm charging full price. And guess who complained about it? No one. Nobody said a word. And guess who's making more money? We are. Just saying.
Right? So true. And so true. I appreciate it.
Could I interject one thing really quick?
Go, Jackie, please.
For any of you who don't know, I've known Carolee Mora for a long time. And what you're saying about your perception of her is 6,000% correct. She's kind, she's honest. There's so many opportunities for folks to lie to you for their own ease or their own, gain in some way. And she has never, ever been that kind of person. She won't say something because it's easy. She'll have the hard conversations. She'll choose the right thing for everyone, not just the right thing for the right now. And she's truly a special person. And I'm really glad you guys are seeing that.
Yeah, you will see. Thank you. You will see in Janet's interview that it literally, her first words, I'm so sorry for all you've been through. Not much. I mean, we are going forward with you in mind, and we will come to you as the experts to help us. And it's so, I've had Jackie for a week before I left, and she's like, you just don't understand this dream team that's here. You wait. Oh my gosh, because we don't know, right? We don't know the team. We don't know their focus. And she's like, they're just the best there is. And after Janet, I saw your interview because we haven't been at an event either yet. That's it. It's just so great. So let me go to Debbie and then we'll go to FAQs. Go ahead. Thank you, Debbie Yingling.
Oh, I just wanted to say that's part of the reason why your Jackie G is so key to our success and longevity and commitment in our region, because you get it. You did it. You walked in our shoes, you did it, and you have the passion, and it's not a put on, it's a genuine. And when the rubber meets the road and, you know, we're bleeding at the 13th hour, at the end of the month, you're there for us. And it's like, of course I am. And it's like, you don't get that in another company. And it's that there's a difference between a shepherd and a hireling, and you are a shepherd in that way, in that regard. So thank you so much. And,
Thank you.
I have no idea. I just hope Carol Lee isn't somebody that jumps from company to company, because we know there are
No,
tons
she
of
was
people
with
like
the
that.
company, no.
She won't be like that.
No.
So
Good.
this is a
All
whole
right.
team. We get a whole team, not just Carol Lee.
Woohoo.
And we have that privilege of, again, the connection from Perfectly Posh, right? Having Jackie being in that team. That's what Jackie knew in her career, was this dream team that we now have in Jafra. And again, this fabulous transition of having 2 markets now in the US is Jackie as well is from the field. And there again, gives us that uniqueness that we have as your business coaches, as your team, to make sure that we are here through the eyes of you and through the heart of you. And that's truly what we have now. So I feel forever grateful that, you know, this Jackie Squared team has that history from years gone by to fresh to today, and together, you know, we are your support and your eyes, ears, and mouths. So we appreciate that. So let me take us to, I'm going to just go to one more little segment in this celebration and evolution. And then I'm going to go to some PowerPoints of recognition and turn it into the interview in segment 2 with Jackie. Okay. So bear with me quickly as I just open the microphones to any details. There was a ton of WhatsApp going on, obviously, in the last 3 weeks, and rightfully so. A lot of details, a lot of questions, even as simple as, are there no grace periods? It's not literally no, it's that we're looking at what we're going to do and or looking at that whole program. We will let you know. It'll be an announcement to everyone. So that was one of the hot topics we saw in the WhatsApp, and we will verify all of that should that come to be absolute black and white that way. Okay. So other FAQs, questions that you have with all that morphed again over the last week, from the bundles like Jackie mentioned, the catalog, etc. I'm going to just open mic it, and Jackie and I will take all questions and answers together. Go ahead, Carol. Thank you.
I already mentioned it on WhatsApp. I'm really having a hard time trying to find where the bundles are, because they're not in special offers. They're under another section, and I really don't want to spend the time to guide my consultants and my clients on where to find these. They should be going into special offers, and it's really hard. I have to take all this time and walk people through how to find these.
So
I love them.
So I want to just reference the
bundles. Don't get me wrong, but you know,
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. So with the bundles, and Jackie, back me in any way that you heard it. We had Andrea yesterday. Okay.
Yep.
We gave you a bundles sheet. Okay. English, Spanish, with all the bundles in a PDF yesterday, right? We know that there was a hiccup in one of the links. We got all that. So they were corrected. Those bundles, that sheet of that PDF is just for you. It's not to be shared with customers. It's not pretty for a reason. It's a reference tool for you. The form that you want to lead with your brand book. Okay, I don't have the new one, right? But your lead is the brand book. This is the it of all it's. The bundles are them going through the pages and finding the bundle offer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the PDF we made for you as a consultant selling tool to help you see the bundles to learn bundle selling, okay? So, and the bundle value. So we want you to know that variable. Let me go to Jackie before I go to Janet. Bear with me, sorry, really quick, Janet.
Yeah.
Jackie, what is there something else you would add to that?
So as you use those bundles as a tool, instead of leading with the bundle sheet, that's how you're using it to communicate with like your reorder customers, or, you know, the folks that you're partying with or whatever, that they come to you and say, I want this, and this. And you say, well, Queens, if you add this, then you get this much money off, and you have that price all the time for your refills. So use the tool as a tool. Don't let the tool run your business, if that makes sense. I feel like it's important as you use those bundles not to just point them to the website and say, this is your bundle option. It's very like, make it a custom situation instead of being, I don't know, leading with the sheet. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, yes. So the bundles are a part of your February 1st brochure.
Yes. The tool that I'm talking about is the PDF
Mhm,
of the
okay,
bundle.
correct.
Like, do you know what I mean? So I
For
say
our-
that is a tool.
Yes, a reference tool. Okay.
That's a good thing to put in all the communication. But I just want to say, if you haven't had the time, yesterday I looked through the digital brochure, the 2003, and it's so well done because it has the special price, and then it has each of the individual items with its individual price. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
so it's
agreed.
simple. So if you were, if you were even online, you could have, you could text it to them or whatever, and they could look at that and see.
Agreed.
So,
And we brought that out early for you to see it. Okay.
yes, it's
That's
awesome.
we wanted everyone to see what's ahead. We heard everybody's angst, right? We all understand for sure. And in Janet's video, I believe it is, even Carol Lee said, I'm sorry, you guys, remember, I'm new in my role. I have 100, let's say 100 new staff members. We're just learning what everybody does. We're trying to get everybody's role in place. She said, we made mistakes when we launched a few things. And it's true in the sense of we apologize. We took the sets out. We didn't know the set offers that you had in January were taken out. There was just a lot of hiccups along the way. Janet, if I'm saying it wrong, correct me. But she really just said, bear with us. We're new too. And that's, I think, that believe word that I heard you guys say, that Vicki was saying, believe and trust. They're just as new to everything, right? In their way, in what they do, as we are with what we do. And again, that whole connection of just, we're helping you. So we brought that brochure early visually so you could see it. And it will go on sale February 1st. And then you will see that every order after February 1st, for every $400 order that's placed, will get a free one dropped in that order. Okay, so just know we're also doing that in this topic of bundles and the 2023 catalog, etc. Your skincare offers right now are the 20% off. Okay, and you can see that in your website. You can in JafraBiz to your personal website. So that's what we want to really drive. And then 2023 brochure happens in 12 days. Okay, these are posted. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Jackie. Go ahead. I know
it's okay. I just was going to answer Carol in the comments. I don't think they're going to put out a Word version, because if you make it a Word version, it's editable, and they don't want it to be editable because it's a price at a glance tool. It's not like a customizable situation. I fully understand the comfort there, but they're not going to put it in a Word tool.
No company would do that. Here's the second piece is somebody had asked about the wish list, right? Oh, can we have a version with the wish list? please be patient on this. We are looking at new viewing tools for your catalog / ebooks. So we don't want to go back to wish lists. They weren't used often. We could see that. But please be patient with all virtual tools. We're looking at better viewing tools for you and your customers. Okay,
Good.
that makes sense. So yeah, we all agree, but we don't want to go back. We want to go forward to new and better. Make sense? So a great subject. And yes, that book, the 2023 full catalog, in February, we're going to drop one in their first $400 order next month. Will it continue past that? I'm not sure. Just know that we are doing that.
Are you sure it's a $400 order?
That's what we had from marketing yesterday when we asked the question.
Okay, because Carolee said with your first order on the video.
Well, it's first 400.
Oh, I have my.
I don't know if all the details are there. And remember, we go to marketing.
Yeah.
God bless her, she's CEO.
Right. Just so, Jackie, just so you have that feedback, is if you just remind, I mean, we're trying to get people to order online. We have a consultant in our district who does $1,000 a month and never places an order personally.
No, we get that. We get that.
And so she would not get a catalog.
Because it's an order drop.
Well, no, but just my thought, just,
we
you
know
don't have to explain it to me, but just,
yeah.
I think it isn't congruent.
And again, if you look at, I get all the whys, and I think it's a great comment. For us to ship an item separately to a consultant, we might lose 50%. It's the cost. So the only way we could get a free gift to a consultant is within their order. And as of right now, and things can change. It's why we don't like to say a whole lot too early. Things can change by their decisions very quickly, from feedback to really looking at, what's happening with the budget and what they want to do and what's priorities as they're getting their teams realigned and working together. So as of right now, as of yesterday, we only say answers that marketing tell us as we know it, because it came up as a subject. That free brochure right now, catalog, 2023 will order drop in the consultant's first $400 order. It could change. Okay, but we're just giving you that prelude. The prices have been revealed, all of those things, but we did give you a preview. We were barely ready, but we wanted to get it to you as fast as we could. That's why even some of the bundles had hiccups, because we know that helps you feel rest assured what's ahead. Because you said it, Janet, beautifully. What an incredibly beautifully put together catalog. That's our pride. That's Jafra, right? That's our brand. So, and again, using that bundle tool. I want to talk about one other topic that has come up by text messages or emails from consultants as well. So you're in the know on the now. Two other things that I have on the list that I caught up in the week. One is the agendas. You might have consultants. I think there's like 2,500 consultants that still do not have their agenda they earned from November, December. Okay. Again, this is for you to know, to help with your consultant communication, that we have the rest of the agendas now. Okay. We had a lot of achievers, more than we expected. So we have our next order in, ready to go. That will drop in their next order. This one is order, no order size. As long as they order between now and March 31st, the agenda drops in that box. They are not going to be shipped to them separately. Okay. So again, there's another topic if that pops up, because I'm seeing emails from consultants now about that subject. Okay. All right. One other question that I know popped up. There was an error. I'm just bouncing off the subjects we're saying. There was an error of a release of a body complex offer. Okay. That was an error.
Ooh.
That offer is not out there.
Ooh.
Okay. So Prelude, just know, humans are all doing all these new changes too, just like us. And so apologies, trust us as it moves. That was incorrectly put into email this week. It is not an offer we have right now. Okay, so it was taken down. That's why people said, where did it go? gone. And it's not on your websites. If you don't see it, we don't have it. Okay, so thank you. Okay, Cheryl.
So one of the things I noticed in the skincare offer this week is that only 2 of the 3 serums, the revitalized serums, were included. I sent an email to Voice of Consult to Jaffa Cares about it, but I've not heard anything back. And it's the extra hydration serum that is not listed at 20% off. Is that intentional or an oversight? Jackie, what?
I think if it's the same thing that I asked about earlier, that was a inventory management decision. They didn't want to sell out of that one. But I will ask and double check and make sure that's the right answer.
Okay, because I mean, it's the promotion says all skincare.
Good point. Yeah, we'll double check.
it
That's a
says
great
selected.
question. Mhm.
It's selected.
Yeah. So I agree with that. And it could have happened last minute. We had all the graphic going and all of a sudden the inventory is depleting. Right? So good
I'll
point.
ask and make sure.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Was there any other topics, FAQs, questions that you've had from the field to your personal questions yourself? Okay, I think we're good. So we always want to make sure, just ending this segment, we always want to make sure you have all the answers as fast as you can. So the format of communication, just to do this very quickly, in the WhatsApp, we literally will go to our marketing teams, our CRT teams. So the minute we see that between Jackie and I, unless we're in a meeting, be patient, okay? If you see the question and the less times we see it, like if we see it, we can go get the answer. If we have to keep reading through 10, 20 threads, sometimes we lose it. So if we post a question and if you see we haven't responded to it, no, we've asked it, or Jackie does the same thing I do. We're like, hey, got that one. It's in the Gipper, right? We're trying to figure it out. So we'll keep looking and we'll come back with the answer. If we miss one, go ahead and say, oops, we haven't heard this answer. That's your easiest. We go quickly so you don't have to go to Jaffa Cares if you don't want to. That's our goal. Is in that WhatsApp group. That's for leaders. So if your leaders aren't in there, get your leaders in there. That is our #1 way to give you Q&A as fast as possible. It'll be much faster than any other form of communication, okay? If you have suggestions, you certainly can write to Jaffa Cares, copy Jackie and I. Sometimes they'll say, what feedback or what ideas are you hearing in the field? If we don't see what you write, we don't know what your brilliance and ideas are. So feel free to do that. Again, if you have suggestions, as you will see in Carol Lee's video, she has an open door communication policy too, okay? So go ahead, Janet, thank you.
Just because I happened to catch this.
Yeah.
It does say in the original flyer, exclusions apply.
Thank you for that.
And
So what my recommendation would be is skincare sale 20% on most of your faves.
I
Would
agree
have
with
been,
that.
we would have all seen it, just as a, but and then it's in special offers, whatever in special offers is available.
Excellent. And again, what you see in the website is what we have, but these are great feedback. Remember, again, this is new to the team internal as much as us out here. Yeah. So all of these things matter. Jackie and I are copy pasters, man. Whatever we see, we just copy paste over to our live chat and we try to get you answers. And then they're building a deck of FAQs. Don't think anything's a silly question. The CRT team is building a deck of FAQs so that when you now go into Jaffa Biz, there's a whole section of frequently asked questions, right? So when we post those from you on your behalf, that helps them build that live document that we're hoping to update every single week so that you don't have to always be in the know and the now, but you want to send your team to go find those FAQs. The goal is e-consultants, right? It's easy when they go find it themselves and you have independent, successful people knowing where to go, what to do. Yeah. So that's what we're doing together. So again, if you have a quick feedback and just say, gosh, this might have helped us because blah, blah, blah. we copy and paste everything. You can trust there isn't anything we don't see unless we don't respond to it. Like we might say, okay, send that over to suggestions. If we don't, remind us, because we're human too, and we're doing 80 things a day and we're trying to stay in tune. So just stay with us. So go ahead, Janet.
So I'm looking at special offers, but none of the 20% are there. I don't understand.
There's a
Yeah.
separate for it.
There
It's
is.
you've got special offers, then you've got skincare offers.
That, I mean, that's pretty typical of what we've done. The new marketing VP, that's her style, is to give you two options in the drop down. No, you can't see it.
Okay,
To give two options in that drop down so that all of the brochure specials are separate from your weeklies, so that you can
well,
direct
that's a
hot
great
link
idea,
those
but-
weeklies.
yeah. Would you talk to her, Jackie, and just
Yeah.
say, let us know?
Absolutely.
You
No,
know,
it's again, those little tips. Ooh,
I knew I had
Something
seen
I
it, but I
knew.
couldn't find it.
Right.
So good.
Yeah,
excellent.
and that way you can directly link your customers to that skincare sale without any other ephemera in there.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, that's great. I love it.
Thank you for all the feedback and sharing. This will stop our first segment for Leaders in the Know and the Now.